Spencer Hall, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm sick.
You look like you look like you've been doing the Oklahoma drill in hell. That's what you look like.
This is my own private spring practice on Shutter Island, and it's not going well.
It does not look so. Let's talk about coaches, because coaches are seemingly everything, especially after we've seen Nick Saban make $40 quadrillion this past week. New coaches. Yep. Spring practice has begun for many schools across America. Let's go with 3 coaches have you particularly giddy about either the prospects of their teams or just the prospects of them being in front of lenses and microphones every day?
I'm really excited with Kevin Sumlin at Texas A&M, because that's somebody who will actually try to score points in the SEC.
Yes.
It's an amazing concept, but I'm really looking forward to seeing whether he succeeds or fails. And I think he's going to be more successful than some people think, simply because it's a very effective system. Cliff Kingsbury, a Mike Leach disciple. Remember, this is an offense that has worked well in the SEC before,
right,
since its big debut was basically at Kentucky under Hal Mumme. It's a very different system now, but it's the same bones. I think I'm also excited about Rich Rodriguez at Arizona. Not because year one's going to be good. I think there's going to be a lot of shakeout. They'll probably win like 4, maybe 5 games if they're lucky. Year 2 is probably what you're looking for there. I'm excited at Kansas to see Charlie Weiss, because I like abrasive, aloof, arrogant coaches who've done nothing to deserve it. That works.
Mike Leach, a favorite of everybody's. What is the early return expected to be for? I mean, it's been a high-powered offense for at least about a year in Washington State. Not a lot of people might know that, but looking forward to spring practice and obviously the fall, what is your early expectation there?
I think that spring practice is probably going to be rough, because as anyone who's studied that system knows, the air raid is introduced in about 3 days.
Yes.
Sounds pretty simple. And then it's practiced over and over and over and over again. It's the kind of thing where you really can't be precise enough on your route. You really can't practice a throw enough times. They're very simple core concepts. It's just mastering them and getting reps and reps and reps is what matters most. Fortunately, there's a lot of good personnel in Pullman. I think they'll probably kick into gear about halfway through the season once they sort of figure out which hand is doing what. But when they do figure it out, you're just going to see points and points in Pullman.
And the coach, other than Mike Leach, that sort of got the most attention this past offseason, Urban Meyer at Ohio State takes over an Ohio State team that goes 6-6 in the regular season. Clearly, there's talent in Columbus. Early expectation for him, spring practice, fall season.
Yeah, I think the early expectations are unreasonably high. And that's to be expected because he is Urban Meyer and because this is Ohio State. You combine the two, that's a lot of pressure from the lineage alone. I think also expectations are high based on something pretty realistic, which is the ceiling on Braxton Miller as a spread option quarterback. It's not really there. He's got immense potential in that system, something that Jim Tressel and his offensive staff always sort of struggled to incorporate. Not that Terrell Pryor didn't do well, given what he was. I just think there was maybe a percentage or two at the margins of putting the square peg in the round hole as far as what Pryor, could have been as a college quarterback. So I think there's a lot of irrational and rational reasons that people are overly exuberant. For year one in Meyer, just getting everyone incorporated, this feels like a team that's probably going to win like 9 games. Which is identical to his first year in Florida.
That feels about right. That is Spencer Hall, the Shutdown fullback himself. New episode this week on Friday. Do pay attention to it. It's going to be weird, and I have no idea what's on it. But this is SB Nation. Comment below if you disagree, agree, anything like that with Spencer. We'll see you soon.